Soccer fans, Pioneer Women's Varsity Soccer is live and on the air. We are live here high atop a hallway field where it is your Pioneer Women's Varsity Soccer team taking on the Huron River Rats as it's a crosstown rivalry. Taking a look at Pioneer thus far, they are 2-1-1 as they started off. I had the wrong one up. Let's see if I can flip my page there. As they started off, there we go. Versus Brighton, and they won that one 2-0. Then they had a draw versus Salem. That was a 1-1 draw. Then on the 26th of March, they fell to Plymouth in a 1-0 game. Then they had a big win 2 days ago versus Saline. Always a tough matchup when Pioneer plays Saline. And that was a 3-1 win. Pioneer had the 2-0 lead. And then towards the second half of the second half, Saline made it 2-1, and the Pioneer Sandstrom with a breakaway scored with 3 seconds left to make it 3-1. So taking on Huron today, and the River Rats, they are 1-1 as they played Berkeley to start off. That was a 7-1 loss to Berkeley. Then they played Dexter. That was back on the 7th, and that was a 3-0 win for Huron. So both 1-0 in the SEC Red. So big contest here between the two, and the Pioneers hoping to get a big win here. One of the few times later tonight I'm going to be rooting against the team called the Pioneers as Michigan men's hockey will play the Denver Pioneers this evening in the Frozen Four.
Before we begin the formal introductions, we want to recognize the MJR Foundation, and here to speak on his behalf is Lauren Heisen.
It's an important message about the MJR Foundation.
Welcome to the Pioneer versus Huron Women's Varsity Soccer game. Thank you for joining us for the Mind Matters game with the support of the Miles Jeffrey Roberts Foundation. The Miles Jeffrey Roberts Foundation was started in 2019 in honor of Miles J. Roberts, who died by suicide. The foundation strives to empower young athletes, promoting mental well-being and suicide prevention. Champs at each comprehensive high school and AAPS present to student athletes and their sports teams on topics ranging from depression and anxiety to coping skills to suicide warning signs and how to get connected to resources within the school and district. In just the 2025-26 school year thus far, 36 teams have received presentations reaching over 700 athletes and referring 44 students to additional mental health resources. Thank you for your support of this incredible foundation and the important work it continues to do. If you would like to get more information about the MJR Foundation or chat with a champ, please see us at the MJR table near the entrance to the game. All proceeds from the concession stand will also be donated to the MJR Foundation tonight. Thank you.
It's a fantastic foundation. Very, very important. We actually broadcast when Miles Jeffrey Roberts was playing for Skyline in hockey, and it is always shocking and tough when a young person loses their life, especially due to mental anguish. So it's okay not to be okay. Talk to people, get help, and certainly look up the Miles Jeffrey Roberts Foundation online. Give to them. They're a fantastic organization doing amazing work, helping to help the mental health of the young folks in our community. Yes, they took a fantastic picture of both of these teams together for that event. Once everyone's set, we'll turn it over to John for the or the announcements of all the players. The JV team won. A score of at least 9-1. Pioneer looking to go 2-0 in the SEC Red. Huron looking for the same thing. So big match between these two. Pioneer is in their home black kits with the numbers in white on the front and on the back. Pioneer in black lettering across the front, the black shorts and the black socks. Huron is in their white kits. Thankfully, they have dark green numbers on the front and on the back. The JV were really hard to read. They had gold, so that's going to be a lot easier for us. White shorts and white socks. I believe Huron may be in black lettering on the front, but I cannot tell, as they are all huddled up getting last moment instructions from their coaching staff. Still plenty of time if you're in the area to come down, and here's John.
Ann Arbor Pioneer High School, its athletics department, and its women's soccer program are pleased to welcome the parents, players, coaches, parents, students, fans, and alumni of the Huron River Rats to tonight's match against your Ann Arbor Pioneers. Let's meet the participants. First, the River Rats. Number 1, Annie Pinsky. Number 2, Charlotte Wright. Number 3, Ayla Tyndall. Number 4, Ella Zoronic. Number 5, Ashley Tall. Number 6, Grace Gillespie. Number 7, Samantha Magby. Number 8, Fiona Bowman. Number 9, Morgan Randall. Number 10, Margot Pale. Number 11, Mina Layson. Number 12 is Bella Grudzinski. Number 13, Mia Carruthers. Number 14, Amelia Schneider. Number 15, Mari Sano. Number 16, Esme Salinas. Number 17, Claire O'Neill. Number 19, Haley Kim. And number 21, Haley Sells. The head coach of Huron, Murali Nair, assisted by Angela Heflin, Victor Ammons, and Jess Clyde. Oh yeah, and here are your Pioneers. Number 0, Molly Burke. Number 1, Jillian Daly. Number 2, Nicole Fulcher. Number 3, Lizzie Wernemont. Number 4, Marisol Bennett. Number 5, Emerson Marion. Number 6, Lucinda Gubini. Number 7, Signe Hayden. Number 8, Sophia Ortega. Number 9, Olivia Pritchard. Number 10, Macy Anderson. Number 11, it's Maya Borgsdorf. Number 12, Quincy Bean. Number 13, Millie Sandstrom. Number 14, Ava Fortini. Number 15, Chloe Rink. Number 16 is Isabel McEwen. Number 17, Molly McVicker. 18 is Christina Fortini. Number 19, Bella Shemke. Number 20, Alexis Alkides. Number 21, Lauren Stanley. Number 99, Riley McDonald. The head coach of Pioneer, Andy Irvine, assisted by Justine Mank, Mark Smith, Phil Song, John Sunderman, and Ellie Forrest. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you rise now, remove caps, for the playing of the national anthem. One moment, please. Thank you.
As we're about to get ready underway, Pioneer will be going from right to left here in the first half as the captains meet and shake hands. Again, big SEC Red matchup between these two, both undefeated in the SEC Red thus far. Huron had beat Dexter 3-0. Pioneer beat Saline 3-1. Pioneer huddled up on the field. Huron huddled up by their bench. And Huron in the black kits. Or excuse me, Pioneer in the black kits, Huron in the white kits.
And the third team on the field today, the officials. The assistant referees, Kevin White and Akram El-Jamal. And the man in the middle, the referee, Jason Cross.
And we cannot have the games we love without the officials, so if you see something and you think you could do better, reach out to the MHSAA because we need these officials. Ball set right at the middle of the block A's. Tyndall ready to get things underway. And 40 minutes up on the clock. Gorgeous, 67 degrees here. Get things kicked off at Hallway Field. Much nicer than the 39 degrees 2 days ago. 'Tis Michigan, I'm sure it'll be cold again tomorrow. Ball sent back, trying to bring it up the middle to Randall. Randall sends it over onto the near wing. Grabs Sano, sends it all the way across. Gathered up Carruthers, moves it all the way down onto the far wing. Bale trying to get it back to Carruthers, and tipped away. Here comes Pioneer. Sandstrom over as Borgsdorf fires it all the way down the far wing, trying to get to it. That's sent out the end line. That is going to be a corner for Pioneers. They earned an early set piece.
Pioneer earns a corner kick.
Looks like Beam is going over to take the corner.
Quincy Beam has the ball to serve.
Beam gets set up. She gets a lot of room to work there. Raises the left hand. Puts her foot into a low kick that popped up high. Over onto the near wing. That'll go out the far touchline. That'll be a throw in for Pioneer. As the ball comes over from the fantastic, I don't see any young folks helping out with the ball today. Bennett gets the ball into Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf with a cross that knocked down by Huron, popped up. Now racing to get it, Ava Fortini. That ball off the head, still battling there. As Shemke trying to pull that away. Borgsdorf trying to bring it ahead. Now chipped. Here comes Sandstrom. Sandstrom down the far side of the pitch. Sandstrom trying to get it across. That knocked away. Picked up. Rudzinski has it. She sends it out the far touchline. That'll be a Pioneer throw-in. And Bennett gets it in as Stanley trying to get to it. That's sent down the far touchline and out. A little further up the pitch. Again, Bennett will grab it there. Throw in. Alkidis gets it back to Bennett. Bennett on that far touchline. Over to Ava Fortini. Ava Fortini moves it back into the middle third. McEwen has it. McEwen trying to move it ahead. Sent back by Alkidis. Right into the center, trying to pull it is Sandstrom over to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf sends it over to Stanley. Stanley moves up the pitch. Tipped by Kim. Now Ava Fortini battling with Kim. Kim moves it away. Now Layson moves it all the way back over midfield. Back into the Pioneer defensive third. Sent over. McEwen back to, if that's Burke over there, should have checked. Pulled away. Shemke puts it onto the far touchline. Brought ahead by Stanley. Stanley over the midfield stripe, knocked down. Sandstrom trying to get to it. She's dispossessed. Carruthers had it. Now Stanley chips it ahead deep. Racing Beam trying to get to it as that's grabbed by Pinsky. Pinsky in the 18. Puts her right foot into it. High arcing kick. Bounces. Alkitis heads it. Tall trying to get to it. Now that moved over in along the near wing. Grabbed there by Marion. Marion trying to get past Tall. That out the near touchline. That is going to be a throw-in for Huron. 36 left to go here in the first. That ball arced in, headed up by Marion. And moved. Tyndall had it. Now Borgsdorf trying to play it ahead. Alkitis, now that fired by Ava Fortini, then blasted the other direction by Huron. Kim has it at the blockades, but that's stolen away by Stanley. Back over to Shemke. Shemke gets it to Alkitis. Alkitis trying to move it ahead. Down onto the near touchline. Here comes Beam. Beam working her way towards the center of the pitch. Now trying to come back. Tall knocks it away back to the center stripe. Back over to Marion on the near touchline. Marion still battling with Tall. Tall comes away with it. Tall feeding it towards the center of the pitch. That grab now fired all the way back. Tyndall trying to get to it, but quickly grabbing it is Burke. Burke grabs it in the 18, but that is going to be offside, the call. Just on the edge of the defensive third for Pioneer. McEwen has it there, ready to kick it away. Scoreless so far here early in the first. Ball moved over to Shemke. Shemke feeds it all the way across to Bennett. Bennett coming up the far side of the pitch. Ava Fortini back to Bennett and just out of her reach, out the far touchline. That will be a throw-in for the River Rats. Pale with the throw-in. Pale throws it there at the feet of Kim. That goes out again, out the far touchline. That'll be another throw-in. Pale comes a little closer to the center line. That popped up high by Ava Fortini. Now Stanley trying to send it back as that over, trying to get Coach DeWolf in the Gator over there. And again, right out in front of the Pioneer bench. That's going to be her on throwing. Pale will throw it in again on that far touchline. Trying to get folks to move a little further up.
I'm going, guys.
And tipped by Ava Fortini. Now grab Shemke. And out the far touchline. Kim grabs it. Kim ready for the throw in. Carruthers racing in front of her. Thrown to the far corner. Shemke pops it up, and that goes out the far touchline again. Over the net, over the fence there. Kim looking for a little help from the ball. So throw in for Huron in the attacking third. That ball gets over to Randall. Randall sending it back up the pitch. Grabbed there by Grudzinski and out the far touchline. Pioneer with the throw-in. As Bennett moves it in. Ava Fortini works her way back to center. Ava Fortini moves it back to her defense. Shemke with it there. Shemke on the far touchline. Shemke comes to the right. Now move. Borgsdorf gets it over to Bennett. Bennett fires it down the far wing. Beam racing to get to it. Beam gets in front. Beam sends back up the pitch. She gets across. Sandstrom racing over to get to it. Sandstrom has it in the 18. Sandstrom coming towards the center of the pitch. A shot, it just misses. Wide to the near side. Excellent opportunity for Pioneer.
Corner for Pioneer.
Beam
Quincy Beam again will inbound.
will take that corner in the near corner. Beam gets herself set. Raises both hands. Left foot into it. Arcing is that ball. Fired and in. Pioneer with the goal.
Pioneer goal.
Was that McEwen who put it in? That was McEwen with a goal.
Isabel McEwen with 32-29 in the first half.
So McEwen puts Pioneer up 1-0. Tyndall moves the ball back for Huron. That ball Back to the defense, now over to Tyndall. Tyndall coming up the near side of the pitch. Tyndall back in her own defensive third. Puts it on the near touchline. That fired ahead by Sano. Now Carruthers trying to move it ahead to Tall. Pulled away by Marion. Tall kicks it back. Now Tyndall coming up the near touchline. Tyndall trying to race ahead. Tyndall into the attacking third. Coming down the near wing. Tyndall. McEwen gets in the way. McEwen takes that away. Beautiful defensive play out the near touchline. It's a goal and then has a very solid defensive play to stop a rush by the River Rats. That's going to be a throw-in by Tyndall. It's back Tyndall on the near wing, trying to work her way into the 18. That's sent all the way back towards midfield. Sandstrom racing to get to it. That played down by Grudzinski. Sandstrom battling, trying to get past the defense. Sandstrom cuts to her right. Sandstrom has a little help back there from Stanley, but that taken away by Grudzinski. That'll go out the end line, and that looks like it's going to be a corner for Pioneer. So Quincy Beam over to kick the corner in the far corner. She'll take this set piece. Pioneer able to score on their last set piece.
Quincy Beam has the ball.
Beam gets it set right where she wants it. Pioneer with the early 1-0 lead. Approaching the 30-minute mark here, 30-50. Left to go in the first. Beam raises both hands. Puts her leg into it. High arcing kick. McEwen trying to get to it. Is that on the end line? Fired up high by the River Rats. Played down by Anderson. But that went out the end line, I believe, and that will be a goal kick for Huron. That ball will come all the way back to Pinsky. Pinsky will get it set on the 6, right in the goal area, edge of the goal area. Excuse me, that's going to be Salinas taking the kick. Salinas, right foot into it, low line drive kick, hits in the middle third. McEwen races back to get to it. And launch back deep into the defensive third. Burke has it just outside the 18. Burke moves it over onto the near wing to McEwen. McEwen pressure coming from Tall, gets it over to Borgsdorf. That knocked down. Randall trying to feed it ahead. Borgsdorf pulls it away. Borgsdorf feeds it. That coming up through center is Stanley. Grabbed and moved the other direction. Sano gets it over to Tall on the near side of the pitch. Tall over center. Tall trying to move it ahead. Kim has it there. Kim gets it back to the blockades, and that blasted back deep. Grabbed by Burke on the edge of the 18. Burke sending all of the players a little further up the pitch. 29 minutes, 17 seconds left to go here in the first. 1-0. Pioneer with the early lead. That ball well over center. That carried back is racing ahead with it. Here comes Beam. Beam with a shot and a save by Pinsky.
Pioneer earns a corner kick on the shot.
Beam gets herself a corner kick, and she will serve from the near corner.
Quincy Beam serving.
Pioneer earns another set piece here. Beam set, raises both hands, left foot into it. High kick, that bounces, and that will roll all the way onto the far wing and out the far touchline. That'll be a throw-in for the River Rats. 28 minutes, 25 seconds left to go. Here in the first, 1-0, Pioneer with the lead. Ball, Layson lets it go ahead. Now that's sent back by Shemke. Trying to feed it ahead is Randall, moves it across. Sano makes a nifty move. Trying to touch it back over to Randall. Randall moves it over to Sano on the near wing. Now back to Randall, kicked away by Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf providing pressure back in the attacking third. Sano comes up the near touchline. Grabbed there by Beam. Beam sends it across. That'll be plucked up by Pinsky in the 18 as she'll make her way to the edge of the 18. Ready to kick it away. Low kick. That's grabbed as Alcides fires it right back into the 18. Knocked down by Pinsky. She'll come back out to the edge of the 18. Right foot into it again. That comes over onto the far side. Knocked down there. So trying to move it over to Kim. That picked up. Here comes Randall. Randall fires it up the center. McEwen has it there. McEwen trying to get to Beam. That ball bounces into the attacking third. Back to get to it is Salinas holding it in. Great work by Sandstrom. But now that fired ahead and out the near touchline by Sano. Throw in for Pioneers. Anderson gets it into Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf centering it. Alkitis has it back in the middle third. Alkitis getting it, trying to get it over to Bennett. That one just out of a reach out the far touchline. Huron with the throw in with 26 minutes, 42 seconds left to go here in the first. Pale has it on that far touchline with the throw in. Kim trying to get it back to Pale. That goes out the far touchline. There'll be a throw in by Pioneer. Bennett quickly throws it in. Sandstrom plays it over to Borgsdorf. Now taken away. Here comes Kim the other direction. Kim puts it on the far touchline. Layson has it there. Layson. And over. McEwen sends it right back to center. Moved across by Ava Fortini, now brought ahead by Alkitis. Gets it over to Beam, up the near wing. Beam! Oh, it just out of her reach, out the near touchline. Valiant attempt, but just couldn't get to it. That thrown in by Huron. Racing over, Beam sends it back to center where McEwen has it. McEwen moves it sharply over to Alkitis. Alkitis up the near side of the pitch. That over, Sandstrom trying to get to Ava Fortini, but Huron sends it right back to center. Shemke moves it over onto the far touchline. Bennett with it there, and just off the tip of her foot goes out. That will be a throw-in. At the far touchline now, Stanley has it. Ava Fortini trying to pull that away. Randall sends it ahead to Tyndall. Tyndall trying to pull that back. Tyndall sends it across as Layson had it. Now that blasted back by Pioneer right to center. Popped up high, Ava Fortini with a header. Knocked away from Tyndall. Now that pulled back. Stanley had it, back over to Bennett, back to Stanley, trying to give and go. Knocked away by Pale. Pale tries to move it ahead. Now Tyndall has it in the middle third. Tyndall has that knocked away by McEwen. Here comes Bennett. Bennett moves towards the center of the pitch. Bennett has it poked away, but McEwen gets it ahead to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf right on the blockades. And sent all the way ahead. Now Stanley racing back to get it. It's a foot race, and that is going to go out the end line. Goal kick for Huron. 24 minutes, 34 seconds left to go here in the first. 1-0, Pioneer with the lead. All the way into the corner. Pale has to go track it down. Looks like Salinas will get it set on the edge of the goal area. Steps back, gets a little room to work here on this beautiful day here at Allway Field. Right foot into it, arcing kick into the middle third. Ava Fortini knocks it down. Now Randall trying to get to it on that far touchline. They'll go out the far touchline. It's going to be a throw-in by Huron on the far touchline. No, they're going to say it's a foul. It's going to be a kick. See the foul there. Low line drive kick down the far touchline and out the far touchline, right to Pioneer's bench. Bennett gets it in, then knocked away as Kim trying to get, or Randall trying to get to it. That popped up high and out the far touchline. Pale will again have a throw in on that far touchline. Headed up by Bennett, right back out. Pale on the Pioneers side of midfield. Pale and fired ahead, racing Beam trying to get to it. Now controlling the ball is Sano. Sano moves it right to midfield. Now coming ahead with it. Here comes Anderson. Anderson fires it down the near wing. Beam trying to get to a Beam on the edge of the 18. Beam trying to keep it in. Fires it across and just couldn't get there. Valiant attempt. It turns into a goal kick as Pinsky will go grab it. 22 minutes, 37 seconds left to go here in the first. 1-0, Pioneer with the lead. Ball set on the edge of the goal area. Salinas. Sends it down the pitch. Into the middle third, popped up by Tyndall. Now Ava Fortini feeds it ahead. Stanley trying to work her way towards the center of the pitch. She has it poked away, but gets it back to Ava Fortini. Ava Fortini rolls it over to Stanley. Stanley sends it to Beam on the near wing. Beam back to Stanley, but that knocked down. Stanley trying to get past. She goes down, and that is going to be a penalty. That is going to be a penalty shot, as that was a foul inside the 18.
Penalty kick called.
Pioneer has kept pressure on Huron, and they have a fantastic opportunity as Stanley puts it at the spot. Pinsky ready and set. Stanley waits for everyone to be ready. There's the whistle. Stanley comes over. Stanley fires it in, and Pioneer goes up 2-0. As Stanley puts it in at 21-45.
Converts the penalty kick. Pioneer 2, Huron nothing.
2-0, Pioneer with the lead here in the first. Ball back at inside the center circle. Tyndall moves it back to Randall. Randall feeds it over. So that's brought up the pitch to Kim. Kim trying to get it back over to Carruthers. Knocked down by Bennett. Bennett moves it over to Ava Fortini. Ava Fortini trying to get past Randall. That ball coming away with it is Carruthers. Carruthers feeds it back towards her defense. Now that fired right over midfield. Tyndall has it. Then knocked away, right back to McEwen. McEwen trying to feed it through traffic. Now here comes Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf, that fired ahead by Anderson, and then volleyed back the other direction by Huron. Tyndall trying to get to it, poked away by Bennett, and popped up by McEwen. Played down in the middle third on the near wing, trying to get to it is Tall, but that knocked away. Anderson down the near touch line. Beam trying to pull that away as she's in a battle with Sano. That goes out the near touch line. Beam with a quick throw it. Played down, moved back, trying to get it over to Beam with Sandstrom, and that's going to be a foul. Pioneer kick just over midfield. Blasted by McEwen all the way down the near touchline. Beam racing over to get to it. Beam has it in the near corner. Beam. High arcing pass as Ava Fortini heads it. That knocked down by Pale over onto the far wing. Huron trying to bring it ahead. Bennett tracks it down. Bennett moves it back towards center. Moved ahead by Alkitis. Now Ava Fortini has it in the middle third. Ava Fortini moves it back to the blockades. McEwen over to Anderson on the near wing. Anderson gets it back over to Alkitis, but knocked away by Kim. Randall controls on the near wing. Poked by Alkitis. Now Tall has it on the near touchline. Back to Randall. Tall has it right at center, blasted back. That stopped by Shemke. Shemke moves it towards center the other direction. Now Alkitis has it. Alkitis coming down the far side of the pitch, trying to move it ahead for Sandstrom. Sandstrom into the 18. Sandstrom trying to get across. And tipped off a player, sent out by the defense. Played down by Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf trying to feed it ahead. Volleyed right back out into the middle third by Huron. Tyndall trying to get to it, but Bennett trying to move the other direction. Tyndall pokes it away on the far touchline. Tyndall gets it back over as Grudzinski feeds it towards center. Played down. Ava Fortini bringing it ahead. Comes towards the center of the pitch. Grabbed by McEwen. Grabbed. One touch over to Anderson. Anderson into the attacking third. Anderson feeds it down the near wing to Beam. Beam trying to stop it before it goes out the end line. Beam comes up the pitch. Fires it across. Grabbed as Sandstrom trying to move it across. Ava Fortini sends it down the near touchline for Beam. Beam with a cross. Popped up by Stanley and out the end line. That is going to be a goal kick.
Pioneer substitution. Number 6. Lucinda Gubini now in the lineup.
Gubini in for Alcides. Alcides, one of the freshmen. There's a few freshmen on this squad, 4 of them. Gubini, a junior. Salinas ready to kick that ball from the edge of the goal area. 18:04 left to go here in the first. Gubini trying to play it down. That comes over center. Bennett gets it back to McEwen now. Shemke back to Bennett on the far touchline. Bennett trying to pull that away. Bennett working hard on that far touchline. Now sent down and out the far touchline. Throw in by Pioneer.
Entering the game for Pioneer, number 3, Lizzie Warnemont.
Warnemont comes in. She's a sophomore. By the way, Mary Sol Bennett, another one of those 4 freshmen on the team. Ball played down. Stanley has it. Stanley moves it over to Ava Fortini. Now Gubini sends it all the way down onto the near wing, trying to get to it. That ball sent over, still battling Warnemont, trying to get it away from Tall. That went out the near touchline. That's going to be a throw-in for Huron. 16:52 left to go here in the first. Randall battling with Ava Fortini. Randall moving it across. That grab by Stanley. Lauren Stanley, senior on this squad. Chip right back over to Warnemont. Warnemont into the attacking third. Warnemont gets it over to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf heads up the pitch. Now moves it all the way across. Trying to pull it out of there. Stanley has it knocked away by Kim, but Stanley trying to get it back. Grab by Anderson. Anderson fires it into the 18. Borgsdorf with a shot, but a save by Pinsky. 16:09 left to go here in the first. 2-0, Pioneer with the lead. Pinsky sends it into the middle third. Headed up by Tyndall. And sent the other direction by Pioneer. Battle for it. Ava Fortini trying to get to it. Head over to Sano on the near touchline. Sano in a big battle there with Beam. Beam comes away with it. Beam gets it over to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf sends it across for Ava Fortini, but tipped away by Pale, then onto the far wing. Bringing that ahead. And to work her way around is Layson. Layson gets it over to Carruthers. Carruthers battling with Ava Fortini. Ava Fortini dispossessing that pull back. Pale pressure from Sandstrom. And that blasted by Pinsky. Popped up. Go all the way back and along the end line, trying to pull it away is Stanley, trying to keep it in, and that grabbed in the 18 by Pinsky. 15 minutes left to go here in the first. That ball arcs up high, Tall, tipping it down. Warnemont trying to move it ahead on the near side of the pitch. Collision there. Beam gets it over. Warnemont trying to move it. Battle is Kim trying to pull that away, but that was Gubini getting it over. Controlled now. Popped away by Anderson. Carruthers trying to get to it, but that out the far touchline. That's going to be a throw-in. As Brzezinski has it on the far touchline. Brzezinski gets it in just over Carruthers' head. Played down by Sandstrom over to Stanley. Stanley trying to get it away from Carruthers. Stanley brought back by Sandstrom. Now Stanley gets it back to Sandstrom. Sandstrom trying to weave her way through traffic. That popped the other direction. Right back to center by Huron. Here comes Tyndall. Tyndall down the near wing. Tyndall in a big battle with McEwen. McEwen providing big time defense. Her and Tyndall battling on the near touchline. That out the near touchline. It's going to be a throw in for Huron. 13:50 left to go. Now they'll switch directions. That'll be Beam throwing it in for Pioneer. So Warnemont now with the throw.
Number 99. in for the Pioneers.
So McDonald comes in for Beam as she'll get a breather. Wernemount takes the throw in on the near touchline. Wernemount. And off of Borgsdorf's foot, popped over and out the near touchline. Another throw in by Wernemount. Wernemount down the near touchline. Stanley pops it up. Borgsdorf trying to get to it, but that's going to be a whistle and a kick for Salinas. Salinas gets it set just into the middle third. Salinas. Trying to feed it through traffic, poked away by Ava Fortini. Here comes Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf sends it down the near wing, over to Sandstrom. Sandstrom into 18. Sandstrom trying to get across. Sandstrom feeds it, then knocked away by Huron, but Ava Fortini has it. Now Sano fires it back. Stanley has it just outside the 18. He feeds it across. Gubini trying to get to it. That shot and right through the field goal post. That will be a goal kick.
Huron substitution. Now in number 14, Amelia Schneider.
Schneider in for Huron. 12:16 left to go here in the first. 2-0, Pioneer with the lead. Salinas gets it set on the edge of the goal area. Right foot into it. Into the middle third, Gubini sends it right back into the 18. Grabbed by Pinsky. Pinsky, that's the edge of the 18. Pinsky, another big kick. Bounces, Wernemount trying to head it over to Ava Fortini. Ava Fortini, big battle with Randall there. Ava Fortini trying to come away with it. Randall pokes that, but that is going to be a kick for Pioneer. McEwen comes to take it. McEwen gets it set, about 7 yards inside the middle third. Left hand raised, right foot into it, arcing into the 18 and grabbed by Pinsky. Pinsky, line drive kick towards the far side of the pitch. Trying to get to it is Laysin. Anderson on that far touchline. At the far touchline. Throw in for a Huron as they get it over center. Popped up high towards the blockades. Randall had it, knocked away by Stanley. Borgsdorf feeds it ahead. As now Sandstrom trying to get to it. Sandstrom on the edge of the 18. Sandstrom fires it across. Stanley with it. Stanley moves it back to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf with a shot that just wide to the near side. 8 seniors on this squad.
Number 12, Quincy Beam.
Quincy
Number
Beam, one of them.
17,
She
Molly
comes in.
McVicker.
Sandstrom, another one of the seniors. She goes out. Borgsdorf and Stanley, also seniors. Salinas moves it over in along the near wing. Now Tall trying to feed it back, knocked away by Borgsdorf. Wernemount trying to grab it on the near touchline. Over to Gubini. Gubini splits a pair, gets it over to Ava Fortini. Ava Fortini knocked away. Good defense, but Borgsdorf pulls it away. Borgsdorf sends it, and that just wide to the far side of the woodwork. And Salinas will come over to the edge of the goal area. 9:25 and counting here in the first. 2-0, Pioneer with the lead. Ball played over. Ava Fortini has it knocked away by Carruthers. Carruthers into the middle third. Gets it over to Tyndall. Back to Kim. Kim trying to get over center, knocked away by McEwen. Now fired ahead by McVicker. McVicker has it on the far touchline and trying to keep it in. At the far touchline. Throw in by Huron. Cloudy day, but we have a little blue sky up there. Hold ahead. Here comes Tyndall. Tyndall down the far side into the attacking third on the edge of the 18. Tyndall trying to get across. Tyndall Heads up the pitch, fires it as that's knocked down. Great defense by McEwen, but volleyed right back towards the 18. Borgsdorf moves it down onto the near side of the picks. Borgsdorf gets it over to Stanley. Stanley back to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf into the middle third. Borgsdorf blasted. Stanley racing ahead with it. Stanley trying to get to it, but not sure if Usain Bolt could have got to that one. Just out of her reach out the near touchline. .8:05 left to go here in the first. Sano on the near touchline with the throw-in for Huron. Sano arcs it in. Played. Ava Fortini back over to Stanley on the near wing. Stanley feeds it across. Ava Fortini into the attacking third. Then knocked away. Defense by Huron. Ava Fortini bringing it ahead. Tips it over. Battle for it. That blasted right back into the middle third. Shemke has it there, trying to get it around. Tyndall trying to knock that away. Coming in, Gubini gets it into the 18. Schneider feeds it all the way outside the far touchline. That is going to be a throw-in for Pioneer deep in the attacking third. McVicker will have it over there. McVicker gets it in. Gubini moving it across. Popped up high by Layson. Played down by Salinas. Wernemount trying to get to it, but Tall sends it back into the middle third. Now McVicker has it on the far wing. McVicker moves it. Gubini right onto the far touchline. That grab by McDonald. McDonald over to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf over the far side of the pitch, trying to get it back over. McDonald, the cross, that knocked down by Pinsky. She had Beam racing into the 18. Pinsky getting her hands on it, stopping an excellent opportunity for Pioneer. Kick bouncing right to center. Hewitt pops it up high. Borgsdorf trying to get to it. Randall has it, but that's going to be a kick for Pioneer. They quickly get it back going. Here comes Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf over to Beam. Beam along the near wing. Beam with a shot, that grab by Pinsky. 6:11 left to go here in the first. 2-0, Pioneer with the lead. Pinsky comes out to the edge of the 18. Up into the middle third, headed by Ava Fortini. Sent back by McDonald. Over to Gubini. Gubini gets it to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf sends it down the far wing. McDonald trying to get to it before it goes out the end line. McDonald, oh, she got it, but the momentum carried it out. It's going to be a goal kick for Huron. Pioneer has really kept pressure down on the Huron side of things. They haven't had to deal with a lot of pressure in their own defensive third yet.
Haley Sell, number 21.
Sell comes in for Huron.
In for the River Rat.
Salinas gets it into the middle third, popped up by McVicker. Over to Ava Fortini. Ava Fortini splitting a pair of defenders. That popped up, knocked down by Salinas. Back into the middle third. Now Shemke has it on the far touchline. Ahead to McVicker. McVicker over to Gubini. Gubini sends it up the far touchline over to McDonald. McDonald just inside the attacking third. Back over to Ava Fortini. Popped up high by Pale. Knocked down by Schneider and then fired by Sano. That will bounce right into the Huron bench and up into the visitor stands. Throw in by Pioneer. Borgsdorf has it on the far wing. Gets it back to Gubini, back over to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf trying to feed it up the center of the pitch. Ava Fortini heads to her left. Tipped away by Tall, knocked down. Wernemount has it. Wernemount trying to feed it over to Bean. Bean back to Wernemount. Wernemount outside the 18 and deep into the attacking third, trying to get it back to Bean. Bean with the cross. Just over McDonald, down, go all the way out the far touchline. Throw-in for Huron as we're under the 4-minute mark here in the first. 2-0, Pioneer with the lead. Laid down by McVicker. Ball towards center. Shemke gets it over to Ava Fortini. Ava Fortini battling on the edge of the attacking third, puts it back on the far touchline. Popped up. Borgsdorf has it, fires it into the 18, but that wide to the far side of the woodwork. Goal kick for Huron. Oh, excuse me, that must have been offside. Salinas comes out 10 yards inside of her own defensive third. She'll kick it from there. Arced ahead, headed up by Ava Fortini. Played down. Ahead, Shemke gets it on the far touchline. Back over to Shemke. Shemke moves over center, down on that far wing. Shemke trying to feed ahead. Here comes Beam. Beam stops it. Beam moves to her left. Beam trying to fire it in. Beam puts it in. Quincy Beam. And one of the seniors scores, and Pioneer goes up 3-0 at the 2:39 mark. So McEwen, Stanley, and Beam has it 3-0 with 2:39 left to go here in the first. Tyndall gets it back. That ball over to Salinas. Salinas gets it to Randall. Randall trying to avoid pressure. And moved over to Sell. Sell has it to Schneider. Schneider trying to move it back. McDonald steals it away. McDonald coming down the far wing. McDonald fires, and that grab by Pinsky. Pinsky walks out to the edge of the 18. High kick, heads towards center. Wernemount moves it ahead. Played down, Tall trying to pull it away. Tall moves over center, knocked down, racing over, fed ahead. Stanley trying to bring it towards center. Grabbed by Ava Fortini. Ava Fortini up the near side of the pitch. Borgsdorf trying to get to it, now held in by Beam. Beam ahead to Wernemount. And just off of her foot, momentum carried it out the near touchline. Throw in by Huron. Right back out the near touchline. There'll be another throw in by Huron as 1:35 left to go here in the first. Sano gets it in, knocked away by Gubini. Borgsdorf trying to fire it, knocked down by Salinas. Now, taken away from Randall. Sent the other direction. Shemke ahead to Gubini, trying to get around Kim. Now McDonald has it on the far touchline. Fed ahead out the far touchline. That'll be a Huron throw-in right in front of their own bench.
1 minute remaining.
One minute left to go here in the first half. The ball back over to Sell. Sell trying to move it ahead. Gubini takes it away. Over to Borgsdorf. Now Randall trying to go the other direction. Randall up the far wing. Randall gets it over to Layson. Layson trying to move it over to Kim. Knocked the other direction by Gubini. Out the far touchline. Throw it by McDonald. There's 36 seconds left here in the first. Played down, firing it across his Beam. Blasting it the other direction. Sano. Kim trying to get to it. Popped up by Beam. Beam. Randall moves it. Now McDonald battling. They'll go out the far touchline. McVicker right there. 16 seconds left to go here in the first. McVicker moves it into Gubini. 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7.
Gonna move it across.
6, 5.
All controlled
4,
over to Ava
3,
Fortini. Ava Fortini
2, 1.
right to center, and that will do it.
Halftime.
At the end of
And
one,
number
it
Pioneer
is
3-0
Pioneer with the lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask your
We're going to step
cooperation
away and play
on
a
the
few
field.
messages from the
And
MHSAA.
to remind you
Maybe you've seen the videos of the specialized sports parent support group, or the kid holding a press conference to announce his retirement from sports. The problem is, they'd be really funny if there wasn't a lot of truth there. Multi-sport participation provides a healthier experience and lifestyle for kids and families. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Sportsmanship is still relevant in school sports. Good sportsmanship should be a given at our games. It's one of the primary reasons we have school sports to begin with, to help today's young people become tomorrow's community leaders. You can learn more about sportsmanship and download a full kit of sportsmanship ideas from the MHSAA website at mhsaa.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Why do high school sports really exist? For 99% of the participants, it's the biggest stage they will ever play on, and it provides the most educational value, teaching sportsmanship, ethics, integrity, hard work, and teamwork. It's about playing with local friends against local rivals and creating lifetime relationships. They build community spirit, and they're worthy of your continued support. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
If you're a recent high school or college graduate and still have a passion for the games you played in school, still remember the thrill of putting on the uniform, why don't you help us out and become a registered high school game official? Get out there and give something back to our kids. Visit the MHSA website for more information. There's help wanted, just whistle. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Integrity, commitment, love of the game. These traits describe the people high school sporting events can't start without. The officials. They're out there every day giving back to our kids. Let's give them the respect they deserve. Better yet, why don't you become one? Visit the MHSAA website for more information. There's help wanted, just whistle. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the Health and Safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
You're hearing it. The message is getting through to parents. Multi-sport athletes get injured less. Multi-sport athletes become better in their primary sport in the long run. And even though it's not why we play our games, multi-sport athletes are now getting recruited more than specialized athletes. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
You have to wonder sometimes how folks in the stands, so far removed from the action and who have probably never had any training, actually think they can see the play and apply the rules better than the officials assigned to a game. If you're that good, please register immediately at MHSAA.com. We need more officials on the playing surface and fewer in the stands. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Think of a high school game as a 4-lane highway. Coaches, players, officials, and spectators, each with their own lane. Sportsmanship depends on everyone not crossing over the line. Fans keep it between the lines when they cheer positively for their team. So don't cause an accident. Stay in your lane and let the coaches, players, and officials do their jobs. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Power Ratings will be used this year in soccer, basketball, and boys lacrosse to seed the district tournament in those sports, and you can follow along. Visit your school's page on the MHSAA website to see how your team is faring, and you can look at statewide lists as well. And if you see your team is missing a score, submit it. Learn more about the Michigan Power Rankings at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
as we are coming back from halftime, and it is 3-0. Pioneer with the lead. So it's going to be Pioneer going left to right. Huron going right to left here in this second half. As the officials bring the ball out into the center circle. We appreciate you joining us and watching wherever you are at.
Remember, April 18th from 7-Eleven, the Pioneer Booster Bash, biggest athletic fundraiser of the year. It's going to be at Germain Audi. Should be interesting. Tickets are on sale now. You can scan the QR code on the poster positioned by the tunnel and by the concession stand to buy your tickets.
Also, if you
The
go
easy
to
way.
pioneerathletics.net, you can see the Booster Bash information there as well. So please help support the Maine Booster Club as they help support all of these wonderful, amazing Pioneer teams. 40 minutes up on the clock. 3-0 Pioneer in the lead. Sandstrom ready to get going. Temperature has dropped to 66 degrees here for the second half kickoff. There's the whistle. We're under play. It's that ball. McEwen brings it over. Bennett up the near wing. Over to Rink. Rink feeds it back over. That blasted by Ava Fortini. That'll come back onto the near touchline. Rink gets it back over to Bennett. Bennett trying to get through a pair of Huron players. That's sent ahead by Layson. Now knocked down. Tyndall had it, and that'll go out the near touchline. Throw-in for Pioneer, as Bennett will do the honors for the throw-in on the near touchline. Bennett gets it over to Gubini. Gubini battling. Ava Fortini now with it. She turns the other direction and fires it into the attacking third. Rink back trying to get to it. And sent out the near touchline by Pale. There'll be a throw-in deep in the attacking third for Pioneer. Bennett comes over for the throw-in as we are 1 minute into the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. And one deflected right back out the near touchline. Huron with the throw-in. They arc it over to Tyndall. Tyndall trying to move it ahead, but that blasted by McEwen. Back towards the 18. Sandstrom trying to get to it. That plucked up by Pinsky. Sano ushering it over to her. Pinsky kicks it up high. That ball bounces over center, and that'll go out the far touchline as McEwen will let it go. Throwing on that far wing. Ball back, popped up high by Sano. That'll go right back out. Hayden with the throw-in. Ball into the attacking third. Sandstrom battling on that far wing, trying to knock it away. Still trying to dig it out of there as hard work. Her and Sano battling. Now that ball back. Ball fired right over center. Alkitis back to get to it. Alkitis gets it over to Burke. Burke in the 18. Burke lifts it over to Bennett. Bennett bringing up the near side of the pitch. Bennett over center. Bennett makes a nifty move to get around Schneider. Bennett trying to feed it past two defenders. Over. Here comes Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf. As she goes down, that is going to be a kick for Pioneer inside the attacking third. Ava Fortini gets it set. It's about 10 yards in the near touchline. 5 yards inside of the attacking third. Ava Fortini, one-person wall. She right foots it to the far side, headed up there, and it's a little too much momentum out the far touchline. That will be a throw-in for Huron. 36:45 left to go here in the second. 3-0 our score. Sano with the throw-in, headed by Beam, but that goes right back out. Sano with it again on the far touchline. Popped up by Beam as Borgsdorf trying to play it. Beam pops it high. Sandstrom has it, trying to get around Tyndall. Tyndall blasts it the other direction. All the way back. Burke alone in her defensive third. Sets it over on the far touchline ahead to Gubini. Gubini has it poked back. Grabbed by McEwen. McEwen arcs it across center. Trying to play it down is Rink. Rink pops it over now. Bennett has it. They'll come back out the near touchline. Throw in for Pioneer. Bennett on her own side of midfield. Popped up by Tyndall. Played down by Gubini. Gubini trying to get it across. Now Beam has it on the far side of the pitch. Beam trying to feed it ahead. Gets it back. That knocked away. Layson trying to pull it back. Now Sandstrom moves it over onto the far touchline. Trying to get it across is Hayden. Hayden back to Beam. Beam trying to work her way towards center as that went right off of Randall out the far touchline. Hayden again with the throw-in on the far touchline. 35-12 left to go. Into the 18, plucked up by Pinsky. Pinsky heads towards the edge of the 18. Played down by Tyndall. Knocked over by Pioneer. Borgsdorf trying to get it over to Rink. Rink trying to move it back to Borgsdorf. Carruthers trying to knock it away. Borgsdorf turns with it. Borgsdorf working her way towards the far side. Poked back. Knocked down over there by Tall. Hayden over to Beam. Beam on that far touchline. Back to Hayden. Tall. A lot of energy battling over there. Gubini sends it back to McEwen. McEwen over to Ava Fortini. And pulled away and sent. Here comes Tyndall. Tyndall just shy of midfield. Tyndall fires it all the way back into the Pioneer defensive third. McEwen has it on the far touchline. Now we'll go out the far touchline. Throw in for Huron. Thrown in by Sano. Knocked away from Layson. Laid down by Sandstrom. Trying to pull it ahead. Knocked away from Sano. Crumbing down the far wing with it. Sandstrom trying to pull it away. That fired all the way back as and that goes towards the workers on top of the cell phone tower over there. Someone's going to have fun finding that ball. Got another one in that knocked out of the 18 all the way back towards the edge of the attacking third. McEwen has it there. Over to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf sends it towards center. Pulled away by Huron as Layson trying to get to it. Now sent across by Randall. Carruthers trying to get it over to Bowman. Bowman gets it over center. Bowman ahead to Tyndall. Tyndall sends it down the far touchline and just out of Tall's reach. That's going to be a throw-in for Pioneer. Just underneath the 33-minute mark here in the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. We appreciate you joining us here. We'll have another Pioneer women's varsity soccer game on Saturday at 11:30 here at Hallway Field. Love to see you here. You can come watch the soccer game, then go cheer on the Michigan men's basketball championship at Chrysler at 1. Already have great parking. Goal kick as Burke gets it set now. Excuse me, that'll be a throw-in. Hayden has it on the far touchline. Pressure coming from Layson. Headed up by Borgsdorf, but that goes right over the fence and out the far touchline. Throwing for Huron. Sana. Into Randall. Randall trying to bring it up the far side of the pitch. Over to Tyndall. Tyndall trying to get around Ava Fortini. And pulled away by Rink. Rink ahead to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf trying to get herself around Bowman. Borgsdorf gets it ahead to Bennett. Bennett up the near side of the pitch. That knocked out by Carruthers out the near touchline, throwing by Pioneer. 31 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. Ball played in, Borgsdorf on the near touchline, but out. That'll be a throw in by Huron. Tyndall, the quick throw in that tipped out by Bennett. Will be a throw in inside the attacking third or right on the edge of it. Tyndall. Inside the attacking third, ready for the throw in. Launches it, is that grabbed? Popped up by Hayden down the near touchline, headed. Borgsdorf trying to get to it. That knocked down by Schneider and out the near touchline. Schneider has it for the throw in. Huron trying to move quickly. Tyndall trying to get to it. McEwen pulls it away. Bennett on the near touchline. Bennett trying to get away from Bowman. Back to McEwen, back to Shemke. Fired ahead by Rink. Here comes Ava Fortini into the middle third. Down the near wing. Gets it over to Rink. That out the near touchline. As we approach the 30-minute mark. Ball knocked back over on the near touchline. Held in there by Bennett. Ahead to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf over center. Right out the near touchline. Into touch. Schneider gets it from behind the bench there. Schneider arcs it over center. Played down by Ava Fortini. Borgsdorf has it just shy of center. She feeds ahead. Sandstrom moves it over. Here comes Ava Fortini. Ava Fortini with the shot. Grabbed by Pinsky in the 18. Pinsky on the edge of the 18. Waiting for everyone to get a little further down the pitch. Now she blasted all the way back deep. That out the far touchline. Throwing for Pioneer. They'll be on Huron's side of the middle third.
Now in for the Pioneers, number 8, Sophia Ortega.
Ortega in for Pioneer. She's a junior. Played down by Sandstrom. Gubini trying to move it back. Alkitis trying to pull it away as she's in a huge battle there with Layson. Layson trying to pull that away, and that goes out the far touchline. Throw in by Sano. Sano right in front of the Pioneer bench. Brought ahead. Here comes fired ahead by Tyndall. Burke has it on the edge of the 18. Burke all the way over. Rink has it on the near wing. Rink trying to avoid pressure from Schneider. Carruthers trying to knock that away. Now here comes Huron the other direction as Layson has it. Layson sends it towards the center of the pitch. Carruthers trying to pull that away. Now on the near touchline, Bowman has it. Sent back to Carruthers. Carruthers as Borgsdorf trying to knock it away from Carruthers. Then back into the middle third. Schneider has it onto near side of the pitch. Feeds it all the way over to the far side of the pitch. Back to get that is tall, and it just took a bad bounce out of her reach. Out the far touchline, throwing for Pioneer there. 27 minutes, 25 seconds left to go here in the second. Oh, sorry, that was Beam, forgive me. McEwen blasted ahead. Here comes Rink. Rink in the 18, and great save by Pinsky. That'll be a goal kick. Salinas has it set on the edge of the goal area. Now Ortega trying to get to it. Play down, McEwen trying to pull that away. Carruthers. Back over to Schneider. Schneider knocks it ahead. Ava Fortini sends it down, but Randall picks it up in the middle third. Randall. That's sent up high all the way down into the Pioneer defensive third. McEwen heads it up. Tyndall trying to get to it. Hayden battling Tyndall there. Tyndall has it poked and moved by Alkitis out the far touchline. 25 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Throwing on the far touchline. Right back out. Pioneer with the throw-in. Beam has it over there. There was a whistle. Throw it in again there as Hayden has it on the far touchline. Hayden arcs it over, trying to get to Beam. Knocked away there by Sano. Right back out the far touchline. Gubini trying to get to it. That goes out the far touchline again. Hayden has it right at center. And bounces down the far touchline. Played off the body by Sandstrom, but out the far touchline. Throwing by the River Rats. Played down. McEwen pops it up high. Gubini moves it over. Now Beam moves it back over to McEwen. McEwen on the edge of her own defensive third. Right to center. Ava Fortini with it there, trying to avoid pressure by Carruthers. Back to McEwen. Over. Alkitis gets it to Hayden. Hayden coming up the near side of the pitch, and that slips past out into out the near touchline. Schneider has it there. Schneider gets it in. It's sent over by Layson. Pulled back away. Now Carruthers pops it up, but there's a whistle, and that's going to be a kick for Pioneer. As McEwen gets it set about 6 yards inside of the middle third as we approach the 24-minute mark. Long line drive kick by McEwen. And a whistle there. I think that's going to be, looked like a grab of some kind. So that's going to be a kick for Pioneer about 7 yards inside the attacking third over on that far wing. Ava Fortini set to take the kick. As they have a two-person wall in front, Ava Fortini gets it set. Right foot, and just a little high as that'll go back to the fence. Goal kick for Huron. 23 minutes left to go here in the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. Salinas has it set.
Huron, number 6, Grace Gillespie.
Gillespie in for Huron. High kick down towards the far side, headed by Pioneer. Trying to get to it is Sandstrom. Ava Fortini heads it. Now Pale pops it up high for Huron. McEwen trying to play it over. Tyndall had it. Hayden trying to pull it away. Gubini has it there, but a whistle. And it's going to be a kick for Pioneer. McEwen has it set just over midfield. McEwen arcs it down the pitch into the 18. Pinsky grabs it there. Low line drive kick gets it to Carruthers. Carruthers trying to get it out of the defensive third. Played ahead. Tyndall trying to turn on it. Tyndall blasted into the defensive third. As Bennett trying to pull it away. And coming across, here comes Layson. Knocked away by Alkitis. Alkitis gets it all the way over, trying to keep it in is Gubini. Gubini able to keep it in, gets it over to Beam. Beam down that far touchline, ahead to Ortega. Back as that's moved ahead to Sandstrom. Sandstrom chasing it. Knocked it away from Salinas. Sandstrom trying to get across. That off of a defender. As that's knocked right back by Salinas into the middle third. Tyndall has it there. Tyndall battling with Alkitis. Alkitis gets it off the bounce. Coming ahead with it. Ava Fortini. Trying to move it ahead to Bennett. Bennett on the near touchline. Bennett into the attacking third. Bennett stops with it. Bennett fires it across. Popped up high. Crothers chasing it down. Ortega has it on the edge of the middle third. Here comes Ava Fortini. She sends it down the far wing. Popped up by Sano. Beam trying to get to it, but grabbed by Pinsky. Pinsky arcs it down the pitch. Popped up by Randall, played by Tyndall. Tyndall on the far side of the pitch sends it back deep into the Pioneer defensive third, stopped by Burke. She picks it up as it was in the 18. Burke throws it down the far wing. Brought ahead. Here comes Sandstrom. Sandstrom trying to get across, trying to get around Sano. Sandstrom trying to keep it in, and that just out the end line. We're halfway through the second half. Under 20 minutes left to go here in the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead.
Haley Sell, number 21, in for Huron.
Sell comes back in for Huron. Salinas gets set on the edge of the goal area. Salinas sends it to the edge of the middle third. Now Sell moves it, but that out the far touchline right at the Pioneer bench. Hayden with the throw-in. Hayden arcs it in. Now Sandstrom trying to get around top of the 18. Rink trying to get to it, but that knocked away. Had it back by Hayden, but blasted back by Pale into the middle third. Tyndall trying to move it ahead. Collision there. Alkitis gets it over and fired ahead by Ava Fortini. Rink trying to get to it before it goes out the near touchline. Not quite able to do it. It'll be a throw-in for Huron. Deep in their defensive third. Schneider with the throw-in. Crothers trying to track it down, but Gubini has it. Gubini trying to move it over. Beam getting it. Sandstrom trying to pull that away, but that's sent out. And that'll be a throw-in. Good job by Pale to angle that. So it wasn't a corner. Bennett with the throw in. Bennett on the near touchline trying to get away from Layson. Ball over to Gubini. Gubini trying to poke that away, and that's sent back into the middle third. Play down by Alkitis. Alkitis up the near side of the pitch, puts it right back into the 18. As Sandstrom trying to get to it on the near wing. Sandstrom off the woodwork. Off the woodwork and out. But good opportunity for Pioneer. That is going to be a goal kick. Or not. Forgive me, that's going to be a corner.
Quincy Beam will serve the corner kick.
So Beam sets up in the near corner. Raises both hands. Left foot into it. Ooh, is trying to get to it. Ortega almost had a big header. That popped up high down the far wing. Tyndall trying to get to it. Hayden has it, but that out the far touchline. Tyndall with a quick throw in. There's a sense of urgency on this Huron team that knocked up by Bennett. Ortega trying to get to it. Laid down on the far wing, moved over to Crothers. Crothers right at midfield. Crothers moves it sharply down the pitch. Burke coming over to get to it. Alkitis there, and that goes out the end line. That'll be a goal kick for Pioneer. 16:30 left to go here in the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead.
Now in for Pioneer, number 18, Christina Fortini.
So Christina Fortini
And number 19, Bella Shemke.
Shemke back in for Pioneer and Christina Fortini in. Ball over to McEwen. McEwen moves it up the far wing. Grabbed by Hayden. Now Ava trying to hold it in is Christina Fortini. McEwen gets it back over. Christina Fortini battling with Carruthers. Carruthers on that far touchline. Moves it back over to Sell. Sell back over to Carruthers, but that poked away. Out the far touchline, throwing for the Riverettes. Park down the far touchline. Hayden has it, and that's going to be kick for Pioneer. Hewitt ready to send this away. She moves it sharply down the pitch. That goes out the far touchline. Throwing for Huron. Sano throws it in. Ball played down by Sandstrom, gets it over. Sandstrom bringing it ahead. Sandstrom, top of the 18. Sandstrom moves it over. Ava Fortini trying to get it back, and that'll go out the end line. Goal kick for Huron. Pinsky has to go all the way out the gate to the far wing to get to it. Salinas set at the 6-yard box. She quickly moves it down onto the far wing. Sano sends it into the middle third as Ortega pops that away, but that goes out the far touchline. Sano again with the throw-in. Headed up by Tyndall, played by Randall, trying to get it away from Shemke, and that is going to be a kick for Huron. Salinas. Just over midfield, about 4 yards over midfield on that far wing. Set to kick it. 13:45 left to go here in the second. That ball, Ava Fortini moves it back over to Christina Fortini. Now playing it ahead is Beam. Beam launches it, grabbed by Pale. Pale brings it the other direction for Huron. Pale over midfield. And off of McEwen's side. Beam has it, trying to get around Carruthers. Beam sends it down the far touchline, played down by Sano. Sano trying to move it back. Ortega pops it up high in the air, but that goes out the far touchline. Sano with the throw-in. Again, back out the far touchline. Sano comes over. Tyndall has it for Huron, knocked away by Ava Fortini. Back, Carruthers pulls it away. Carruthers spins with it. Ortega trying to move it back. Now Shemke, I believe, moves it ahead. Played down. Sell trying to poke it away. Bennett moves it into the middle third. Pale trying to fire it right back to Sell. Sell on the edge of the attacking third. Gets over to Carruthers. Carruthers trying to move it ahead. Bennett fires it all the way back. Holding it in the far touchline is Hayden. Gets it over to Beam. Beam trying to get around Sell. Beam fires it back. Pale pops it up for Huron the other direction. Out the far touchline. "12 minutes left to go here in the second.
Now in for Pioneer number 3, Lizzie Wernemont.
So Wernemont and
number
Anderson
10,
in
Macy
for Pioneer.
Anderson.
Now blasted. It's Beam trying to get to it, but that just
Also,
out of
Charlotte
reach.
Wright, number 2, in for Huron.
Wright comes in for Huron. Sano with the throw-in on that far touchline.
Number 5,
Anderson
Ashley
trying to
Paul,
get to it.
in for the River Rats.
Now Sandstrom trying to bring it over to Christina Fortini. Christina Fortini fires it. That grabbed by Pinsky. 11 minutes left to go here in the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. That ball played in the middle third. As turning on it is Layson. Carruthers trying to move it ahead. Here comes Sell. Sell right over the blockade. Sell has that knocked away. Here comes Pioneer the other direction. Popped right back. Ortega trying to get to it. Moved ahead and offside the call. Tyndall just a little behind the furthest back defender. McEwen will get to kick it. And brought ahead by Shemke. Shemke over to Wernemout on the near touchline. Wernemout as it poked away, but out the near touchline. That was Layson who knocked it out. Another substitution coming in for Pioneer. Borgsdorf back in. Ava Fortini going out.
Amanda Borgsdorf, number 11, returns for Pioneer.
So Maya Borgsdorf.
Stella Gudzinski, number 12, does the same for
Christina Fortini trying to get to it. Moved ahead, played down by Beam. Beam feeds it down the far touchline. Brought ahead by Anderson. Here comes Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf trying to work through traffic. Borgsdorf. So that will all the way back. Sano blasted down the far touchline. Played down by Anderson. Anderson feeding it. Oh, trying to feed it across, but Tyndall with a great job to intercept it. She moves it sharply down the pitch. McEwen tracks it down, and she'll send it back into her own 18 where Burke has it. Burke back to McEwen. That's sent all the way across. Popped up high by Layson. Tyndall trying to get to it. Sent back to Carruthers. Carruthers launches it. That hits the back of the soccer goal over there. 8:50 left to go here in the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the
Entering
lead.
for Pioneer, number 99, Riley McDonald.
McDonald back in. She'll switch sides with Beam. Beam comes over to the near side. Christina Fortini moves it down the far wing. McDonald has it. McDonald has that knocked away by Carruthers. Carruthers trying to get it away from Ortega. Here comes Sandstrom. Sandstrom pokes it ahead just out the far touchline. Sano over there to throw it in. Eight minutes left to go. They'll go right back out the far touchline. McDonald will grab it there for the throw in. Nope, sorry. Anderson with the throw in over to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf trying to get back. Anderson that out the far touchline. Throw in again. Sandstrom trying to get around traffic. Sandstrom into the 18, but then blasted by the Huron defense. Played down. Carruthers sends it out the far touchline, all the way towards the Main Street field. 3-0, Pioneer with the lead. That ball back into the middle third. Randall trying to turn on it as her and Anderson in a collision. Played down by Sells. 7 minutes left to go here in the second. That'll go out the far touchline. Huron with the throw-in. Sano, off her own bench. Arcs it down the far touchline, out, and that'll be a Pioneer throw-in. Alcides in for Pioneer.
Alcides number 20, in for Pioneer.
Ball in, Borgsdorf trying to get to it, battling with Sell and Tall over there. Whistle. That is going to be a free kick for Pioneer. Six minutes left to go. Now that ball moved over. Pioneer bringing it ahead. Shemke gets it over to Alkitis. Alkitis trying to get it to Borgsdorf. And pulled away. Carruthers has it. So that was Wright who pulled it away. Pale. Moving it ahead. Sell. Trying to get it down the far wing. Intercepted by Anderson. Anderson moves it ahead. McDonald with the header. McDonald then again with the header, but Carruthers knocks it away. Borgsdorf gets it on a give and go from Beam. And sent over. Warnemout with it. Warnemout sends it down the near wing. Grabbed there by Beam. Beam heads towards the center of the pitch. Beam left foot into it. That grab by Pinsky. 5:05 left to go here in the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. That ball bounces into the visitor stands. Throw in by Pioneer. Anderson with the throw in. Trying to get it to McDonald. Pop back up and out again. Another throw in for Pioneer. Popped up by Grudzinski. Out the far touchline. Is that out? Sell trying to knock it away. Fired out by Grudzinski out the far touchline. Anderson again over with the throw-in. 4 minutes left to go here in the second. Ortega has it. Ortega trying to turn with it, trying to get away from Tall. Pale sends it all the way down into the middle third, but quickly the other direction. Here comes Pioneer. As moving it over, Christina Fortini. Warnemout trying to get to it. Christina Fortini knocks it away. That ball over as Layson brings it up the pitch for Huron. Layson comes to the near wing. Layson trying to move it ahead for Wright. Wright racing to get to it, but can't quite make it as that goes out the near touchline. Warnemout with the throw-in on the near touchline. Shemke ahead to Borgsdorf. Borgsdorf trying to feed it as McDonald tried to get to that, but that right back over center field. Played down by Sell. Borgsdorf moves it over for McEwen. Now Christina Fortini trying to pull that back. Sell has it right over midfield. Randall moves it down the far wing, bringing it ahead. Here comes Tall. Good job by Shemke to slow Tall up. Tall trying to get across. Shemke getting in the way. That's going to be a corner for Huron.
Huron corner.
As Randall to take the corner, it looks like.
Morgan Randall has the ball.
2:30 left to go here in the second. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. Randall lifts it ahead. Borgsdorf plays it off the body. Borgsdorf over to McDonald. Played down by Sano. Sano sends it across to Carruthers. Carruthers pokes it through. Headed back the other direction. Pioneer into the middle third. Borgsdorf fires it ahead for Beam. And pulled down by Grudzinski. Sano the other direction, right to midfield. Carruthers feeds it down that far touchline and out. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go here in the second. Anderson played off the body. Tall trying to chip it ahead. Tyndall with it, but a whistle. That is going to be a kick for Huron. 1:15 left. Looks like Carruthers is going to take it. Carruthers. Low line drive kick. Knocked down. Fed ahead by Alkitis.
1 minute
Borgsdorf
remaining.
trying to move it over. Here comes Wernemout. Under a minute left to go. Wernemout over midfield to Beam. Beam. Get back to Wernemout. Wernemout down the near wing for Beam. Beam trying to get to it, but Pale sends it out the near touchline. 45 seconds left to go in the second. Beam has it in the near corner, trying to hold it in. Beam heads up the pitch, sends it across. Grab by Pinsky. 30 seconds left to go. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. Headed over Alkitis, play